Queen of Earth, which you didn't see, Ryan, but
I did not.
Me and Joe have seen it.
I will see it.
So the idea is Elisabeth Moss, who has worked with the director before on Listen Up Philip, that's what it's called.
I really love that.
And that was a sort of comedy. This is not
sort
a comedy.
of, yeah.
Like sort of.
This is. I mean, I've heard this described as like, it just seems like a normal kind of drama, but underneath people saying like it's like it's a horror.
Oh yeah. Well, the trailer I hadn't seen the trailer before you showed it last week. It's got a sort of horror tinge, hasn't it? That's what it goes for.
A lot of people were saying like it's going for the kind of like 1970s type of like horror kind of trailer, which always has got the overly voiceover, Queen of the Earth.
Yeah. So the Elisabeth Moss character is. Well, the film goes in two times, doesn't it? So let's say the starting point a year ago is that everyone seems to be fairly happy. Elisabeth Moss has a boyfriend. Katherine Waterston has this sort of guy that hangs around in this lodge that they're staying at for this. Every year they go to this retreat and kind of relax and spend time with each other. Yeah. In the year before the main events of the film, everything seems to be okay. This boyfriend this companion or whatever you want to say of Katherine Waterston seems to kind of put Elisabeth Moss's character nose out of joint a little bit. He's a bit rude. And then we jump forward to the present day, a year later, the same holiday, the same setup, the two of them, and everything seems to have changed. Elisabeth Moss's dad has died. He's a famous artist.
Yeah, he's an artist, and she's very attached to the father.
She works for her dad. Yeah. And Katherine Waterston seems to have felt there's been some kind of disconnect between them over the year, and it makes things a bit more awkward and a bit more crazy when Elisabeth Moss's character goes completely insane.
Like genuinely, like not over the top,
terrifying,
like freakishly insane. Like it kind of. I mean, it's there in the beginning of the film. It literally starts with Elisabeth Moss' life going to crap because it starts with a close up.
It's a big like sort of breakup scene, isn't it? At the start?
And just like inch by inch, it's just kind of it just goes along and it happens, but it's not in the sense of you thinking like all the films where like obviously it's been comparisons to Repulsion and stuff like that, where you see like the insanity taking over, and like you just feel this tension rising and rising. I kind of got vibes of Dogtooth, where in the sense of you just kind of observing and you're just like waiting for shit to go down. You just know what's gonna happen, and you're waiting for that big moment, and it does come, not in the sense you're thinking, but it's in the trailer what she says, and it's a fantastic film in that sense, because it's weird with Elisabeth Moss's character, because Katherine Waterston, it's basically the same events that's happening to Katherine Waterston. Is it Waterston?
Waterston.
Hasn't got the E.
No,
Katherine Waterston.
Catherine W. Smith. It's basically the same thing happened with her character, but you can see in the first year trip that she's kind of handling it a lot more. I mean, I don't like we're not really given exactly what happens to her character, but she just says it's a bad event, and Elisabeth Moss is kind of there to help her, even though you can kind of see the cracks in their relationship a bit.
Because she brings the boyfriend.
Yeah, she brings the boyfriend this time, and she's not happy about that Waterston's character, and you can see the little jabs they give each other, and like some of them are like ridiculously harsh.
It's often the scenes when Elisabeth Moss is painting Katherine Waterston, and they sort of sit still and then just complete barb, and then don't move.
Don't move your head. I'm not going to do this if you move your head. And it's just, but it's, I don't know. It's pretty much. I wouldn't say it's entirely balanced on Elisabeth Moss's performance, because Katherine Waterston's is just as good. But it's like it is basically just watching a woman.
You're not going to forget Elisabeth Moss from this film.
She just completely unravels, and she probably has like one of the creepiest like scenes that I've seen of this type of like film. With this is not the same with the telephone.
Yes,
that was really fucking creepy.
I really like the shot on the bed when it's the two of them talking. Yeah, both really close up. And that's when the kind of real raw emotion comes out. It's when they're kind of.
I remember that scene goes on for 8 minutes.
Yeah,
that's one like unbroken, just zooms in and out as they talk about the past loves and stuff like that. But it's a strange little film.
I felt very uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it doesn't go the way you expect it to go. No. Like in the sense of, like I said, like films previously before, you expect some kind of rise and stuff like that, but no, it just kind of goes along, and you're just observing these moments of, like you said, raw emotion just come out, and then like genuinely creepy moments with Elisabeth Moss's character as she starts to near the end of the film. She practically is just gone. She's absolutely nuts.
It's interesting to see this kind of because he's obviously going for sort of a throwback vibe to sort of earlier kind of horror. It's interesting that it's been done in this way, in this time, with this story. And it's just very creepy, and I felt very unsettled by it.
It's kind of like the vibes of, like, I got the vibes of, like, imagine you saw a friend that you haven't seen in ages and he's a bit unhinged, and you just kind of like, you don't know what to say or what to do, and you kind of try and act normal. And it's obviously the scene at the end, which, like, with the, well, not to what happens with the knife, basically, where she, like, puts her hand and just stops it, and it's like, yeah, it kind of gives those vibes. And it's a little, it's not like, it won't stick in my mind a lot in the sense of being unsettling, like other films like Repulsion and stuff like that. But it's just it's such a strange little film.
The film might not, but I think Elisabeth Moss's performance and that monologue in particular, that will stay with us.
That and
because it's the lines, like, it's just so cutting. It's like one line in particular. It's just like you just want to be like, "Whoa, God, you went there. You went there."
I remember watching it and just like, right,
yeah,
damn. It's also as well it's in the trailer, but the bit where she takes in the invited guest. I think that's pretty much the halfway point. Where, I mean, you see hints of it, but after that, the scene where she says, "I'll kill you right now, and nobody would ever know," and she says it with the perfect amount of like just jokey, and there he is.
and the scene at the party as well.
Yeah.
That's.
I thought that was just like, oh, it's a classic dream sequence or something like that, or just like, but no, it actually happens.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Queen of Earth. Fair play, Alex Ross Perry's made another really.
Definitely a recommend, presumably.
Yeah.
I will watch it.
It's well worth the watch. Yeah. We haven't done like best actors and actresses and stuff for the halfway. We'll do it for the end of the year, but I think she could be for me. For the.
But I think it's kind of comparison wise, we're taking kind of like I don't know the budget of the film, but I think it would have been obviously higher than Chicken, because I think Alex Perry Ross likes to use a lot of 16mm on his films.
Yeah, it's like sort of like typical indie budget, isn't it? Female.
Yeah, but it's just a really interesting way to see how two different films would do different subject matters, how they handle it, with lower budgets. It just proves there's always interesting ways to do something.
This is where it turns out Queen of Earth was really high budget, and they spent it all on like CGI Elisabeth Moss. Like, she didn't even turn up; they just phoned it in, and she was just like sort of stomping around.
She genuinely went nuts.
Yeah,
a section.
That's Queen of Earth out on Blu-ray now.